Hello and welcome back to Fallout 4. It's been quite a while for me. We entered the Institute in the end of the previous episode, and we have no clue where it is exactly. We just teleported here. I have some kind of a portal vibe. It's probably for adhesive. I'm not sure if I'm still collecting adhesive. Access log. Validation and error. Signal rerouted. Which one do we need to put there? Is it network scanner? The Big D demanded a tutorial be included, so here it is. Short version. Plug this into any Institute terminal and copy the message. Long version. Patriot's been sending us short-coded messages for years using an evil little encryption scheme. It was a difficult one and a very difficult one to reverse engineer. Patriot's got skill, but I nailed it. Put this holotape on any Institute terminal and it will deliver a gift-wrapped message straight to Patriot. You're going into the belly of the beast, friend. Don't trust anything. TT out. Copy complete. Detected foreign program holotape hijack. Copying urgent reply from terminal. Copy complete. Acknowledged. Meet me at the Advanced Systems Maintenance Room.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Cool. Okay.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
Oh, really?
Welcome
Don't
to
see
the Institute.
crap. Okay.
This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
And now I have to push the button. And now we go up.
Shaun?
Huh? Yes, I'm Shaun.
Shaun? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Shaun, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Shaun, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Shaun. I'm here
I
now.
don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Shaun, please, calm down. I'll get you out of there.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Shaun. S923, recall code Cirrus.
The hell?
Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Give me Shaun. The real Shaun. Right now!
I know. I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
I want answers, asshole. Now.
Under the circumstances, I will forgive your vulgarity, but I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been... It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Shaun.
The hell?
I am your son.
Bullshit.
Is it? After all the things you've seen and experienced in the Commonwealth? Think about it. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But, director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position, obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. I know there's more for us to discuss, but the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Maybe. I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know. And I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
A chance? Well, phew, man. And the truth, I doubt that the truth is... I doubt that the truth can be simple, you know. Effect can be simple because, like, well, effect is a fact. Like, gravity on Earth is 9.8, right?
This really is a matter of importance.
But truth might be a more complicated subject to like, give it a simplicity of a single point of view.
All right.
But we are a spy, so...
The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience.
Fillmore, Ayo,
And finally,
Holdren.
Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival,
Lee.
of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
What about this guy?
Shaun, about this synth.
You mean the child? It's a fascinating project, really. There are issues to be solved, of course, but we've made remarkable progress.
Why build it to look like you?
We'd advanced the technology behind synths to a point where this struck me as an interesting variation. A new angle, if you will. Modeling it after myself seemed only natural, what with the Institute's records on my genetics and physiology. I'll make sure it's brought back online in the near future. You'll have an opportunity to interact with him further. But I'll admit I'm curious. As a parent looking for a child, looking for the younger version of me, what do you think? Do you
It was
think
cruel.
you would love him? Like you would a real boy?
This is all... It's just too much. I just don't know anymore.
I understand. You've been through quite a lot. I wouldn't claim to know everything you're feeling, but if in some small way the boy's presence can help, I hope you'll keep an open mind.
Shaun.
Hello, Father. I hope your time in the Institute has been enjoyable.
It's interesting that he's the father, like the title in the institute, right? And I'm the father of the father because, well, you know, genetics. What's this fancy stuff? There is a lot of things around, eh? Do we have more globes? Globes are very cool for me right now. Yeah, but how do I use it? So bright here now. Okay. By the way, yeah. Ah, that was easy. What are those things? Okay, Kellogg Conrad Enhanced Life Expectancy. Field asset file. Kellogg's occasional presence continues to unnerve the others. At first I thought they were merely intimidated by his confidence and arrogance, or perhaps even afraid of his general being. Kellogg is, after all, a killer. But as I've continued to witness their reactions, gauge their sidelong glances, I've detected something else, something I probably should have anticipated. Jealousy. Kellogg is a living memorial to a forgotten program. He is an augmented human being, a cyborg really, and the benefits he has received cannot be denied. But really, the scientists here could not care less about enhanced reflexes or greater combat efficiency. No, the cause of their envy is something more practical, more primal, his enhanced life expectancy. Just how long will Kellogg live if he passes naturally? However unlikely that may be, it's hard to say. He's already more than 100 years old, older certainly than any other human in the Commonwealth. His complete physiology has been altered. Perhaps he'll make it to 150, maybe even 200. Let the petty have their petty jealousies. Kellogg is a living testament to the ingenuity and superiority of the Institute, and I take no small pleasure in knowing that must irritate him to no end. Status reports. Bioscience. Hydroponics programs functional. FEV lab offline. Interesting. Robotics. Synth output nominal. Production materials fully stocked. Advanced systems. Child synth project under quarterly review. Weapons diagnostics ongoing. Phase 3 behind schedule. SRB. Director Zimmer still offline. Zimmer. That rings a bell. Above ground operative terminated. Retention programs functional. Pattern recognition algorithm ineffective. Facilities power output maxed. Air water recycling systems functioning normally. So they do have a limit on the power systems, right? Personal notes. My private musings. The wait continues. IO can only confirm sightings outside Vault 111 and again in Diamond City sometime later. What that means, I'm not sure. Will we actually meet? Was this all for nothing? No, not nothing. I will have learned valuable things about myself, my past either way. I cannot afford to let emotion get in the way. I must simply observe and record. I'm told Kellogg has gone offline. Strangely, I find myself thinking of Dr. Walker. He had such high hopes for Kellogg, such faith in the implants and what they could mean. I still regret eliminating that project, but I know where it would have led us. Walker was never shy about his goals and too many others were starting to listen. In the end, I believe I was justified. The Institute is about preserving humanity, not some bizarre amalgamation of biology and technology. That is interesting. Can I just do it? Damn it, director code required. Cigarette pack? Why would you need it? Hmm? You a smoker? So this should take me.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Why, thank
Hi.
you.
Just as you gave life to Father, he gave life to many of us.
Okay, so this goes down, but it also goes up, right?
You call this a clean floor? Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
My apologies, sir. I was issued a defective cleansing unit.
Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report this. Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful.
Yes, sir.
The rest see me as little more than a glorified repairman. But I'm as much a scientist as any of them.
Hey, Doc.
You know what happens when people get robots to do all their work? They get fat and lazy, that's what. Real people doing real thinking and real work. That's the future I want.
If that's how you feel, why not leave?
Because we could do so much more. But no, everyone is obsessed with these damn synths. It's wasted potential. That's what it is. In any case, I suppose I should say, welcome. Perhaps a fresh perspective will do some good around here.
Lawrence.
There's a lot of hubris around here lately, and I don't care for it.
Boardroom. Wow, that checks out. That does look like a boardroom, alright. Do you have any other globes for me? Director's recording number 52.
Look, Director, I'm gonna make the same recommendation I did last time. We did everything we could. 4 years dedicated to preserving this Commonwealth Provisional Government. You've seen the same reports I have. It's falling apart and fast. We need a plan for what happens when that fall is complete. I know some of the other divisions have suggested we just cut off all contact, hide underground and pretend nobody's home. That would, in my opinion, be a mistake. We can't just give up on these people, and with the Android program, we don't have to. We'll soon have the capabilities to deploy androids to the surface in great enough numbers to maintain order. Just think about it, all right? Keep it in mind moving forward.
Alright, what else do we have here? Hi. I guess that's your place, right? So we have 4 columns that go up and down. Cool. I believe we were over there. Holdren. I already can spot a globe, so obviously I will take it. That was the boardroom, right? Right. So we can go down in this thing. Hi.
Father
Almost
has
done.
done remarkable
Just need to
things.
tighten up this
I would not
primary drive
exist were
servo.
it not
That's
for
the
him.
third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thanks again.
Of course. We're all looking forward to working with you.
It's my responsibility to make sure this place runs smoothly.
Hi, Doc.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
On board with what?
The Institute, of course. Shaun implied you operated on a level, if not equal, then at least similar to the rest of us. Curious. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Who built this place, originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it.
At what point you cut out
Hi there. Something I can help you with?
like the tunnel to the building and then switch to teleportation?
It must be a challenge to meet the power demands of a place like this.
Absolutely. We scratch and scrape for every precious ounce of voltage that we can. Over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help supplement our power budget. When necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. We take only what we need, of course. Fortunately, Advanced Systems is always working on new solutions to generate more energy. It's a good thing, too, because the demand is always increasing. You don't even want to know what a single use of the molecular dematerializer consumes.
Why not? Why
Allie.
do I not want
Hi
to
there.
know that?
Something I can help you with?
I'd like to know about the people in your division.
Of course. Dr. Lawrence Higgs is our mechanical engineer. He oversees the major life support and security systems. Power distribution is Dr. Evan Watson's area of expertise, and Dr. Newton Oberly is in charge of food and housing. He coordinates with bioscience to ensure that our meals are balanced for optimal nutrition. We also make use of a number of synth units for low-priority maintenance and labor.
I'm not sure how much we can take from here, so...
Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
Let's see what you got.
Weapons. Experiment 18A. That's a plasma rifle with a faster fire rate and faster reload. And this will be it. You have synth chest pieces, a legendary one. Mark 2 and 3. You don't have a lot of money, but I don't have a lot of explosives as well, apparently, so...
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are
That's a suspicious one, I'd say.
Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls. All right, that's all for now. You can resume your duties.
I apologize for
Doc,
any disruptions
It's a
that my
real
work
juggle
might cause you.
trying to keep all the systems down here operating in the green. This place might look shiny and new, but there's a lot of old technology in these walls. I lose sleep worrying about when the next blackout's gonna hit.
How old are we talking about?
Well, the reactor and a lot of the related systems. You know, cooling, monitoring, power distribution. That's all pre-war tech. Most of the superstructure down here was built later, by the people who survived the war. I guess each generation's been tinkering with the place, adding labs, making upgrades, and so on. There's some stuff I need to check on. See you around, yeah?
Dr. Thompson.
Best part of my day is coming home to my girls.
If you say so. So we have robotics. Yeah, that's a separate location, so... Synth retention. Maintenance Terminal 6. What do we have here? Access logs. Thompson E. Replaced primary display assembly tube burnout. B767 cleaning supply inventory. Fillmore. Routine facilities inspection. G921 requisition additional supply of cleaning agent 7. Okay. That stuff is old. Sub-level 21D. Let's leave it until a little bit later. That's between robotics and synth retention, right? And do we have anything interesting if we go a little bit up? Secord and...
You know, I love my work.
Okay, that's your quarters, right? Surely you don't mind if I roam around?
Hi.
Jesus.
Isn't it wonderful here?
Scared the crap out of me. Isn't it interesting?
Well, hello.
I wish Quentin would stop telling those stupid stories.
What stories?
My daddy says your father's daddy, but he looks so much older than you.
Yeah, the cryogenics, you know, it's complicated. Okay, there is also this place, right? Always fun to see a blast radius game.
A clean and healthy work environment is essential to maximum productivity.
If you say so.
Useless.
was said so angry. Useless.
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
Hey there.
Just a routine patrol, sir.
What others call complaining, I call critical thinking and challenging assumptions.
If you say so, man.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do. When the lights go down and the stars come out, man just forgets about all his troubles.
Doctor.
Welcome, welcome. It is so good to meet you. I truly hope you'll come to think of the Institute as your home.
Sure.
What do you do here?
Oh, I'm in charge of housing and provisions. It's my mission to ensure that everyone lives a comfortable and productive life. You should know that many of us consider it a great honor to have you here.
Oh?
Newton.
Can you
Good to
elaborate?
see you. Feeling well today? I hope all
Maybe
your
not.
needs are being seen too. You just let me know if they're not.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial then. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job to find out. Now hold still. There. All done. You can return to your duties. And remember to record every symptom you experience in detail.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I have to admit, the third-generation synths are really something. Once you've settled in, I'll want to do a physical and get a file going on you. No hurry, though.
Step at a time, Doc. I'm only just getting my bearings here.
I meant it when I said there was no rush. How about you take some time to get comfortable, learn the lay of the land and such. In the meantime, you come see me if you need to get patched up. We'll do that checkup when you're good and ready. Take care of yourself, so I don't have to.
Can I check your terminal before you use it? Access logs. Updating incident reports. IO. Redacted. Review of hydroponics output. Incident reports. 2845. Patient Thompson, presenting symptom first-degree burns left hand. Patient placed his hand inside power relay without first disengaging. First aid applied. 2677. Fillmore, abdominal distress. Patient ingested lubricant from Robotics division on a DARE. Emetic dispensed. 2433. Binet, wrist sprain, right hand. Patient declined to say how injury occurred, only indicated it was related to using a terminal. Splint applied. 2128. Walken, dislocated shoulder, right side. Apparent malfunction of synth, handshake gesture applied with extreme force, shoulder reset and pain medication dispensed. 2058. Redacted. Severe blunt trauma to upper torso, injuries received in FEV lab. Redacted. Director override AZ77. Cool. 2049. Director. Dizziness, shortness of breath. Test results reviewed. Redacted. Director override. So something is wrong with the director and the FEV lab was closed due to an incident, right? Latest batch of food from hydroponics shows increased vitamin D content. Should help with the deficiencies I've been seeing lately. Okay, thank you, Doc. Novice terminal. I mean, novice terminal, sure thing. Let's go ahead.
Got it.
Wait, and this is it? TRI tool, some tweezers, some ammunition, okay. Steam pack and water.
When are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
You know I can't talk about that.
Ah, well, that was ingenious dialogue, wasn't it?
Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one. Can't we keep it a little longer?
I will be happy to forward your request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to enjoy one of our other nutritious and flavorful food supplements.
I want Supplement 77.
I am sorry, sir, but that supplement is no longer available.
Useless machine.
Hey, it's me. So you're the one who sent the encrypted message. How did you even do that? I wasn't sure anyone on the surface would have a chance to crack Trinity. You know, the encryption algorithm.
A friend named Tinker Tom cracked your encryption.
He must have had some serious hardware to pull that off. Wow, your message was only one word. Friend. What did you mean by that?
The Railroad's in the business of helping synths too. That makes us friends.
What? The Railroad? As in the Railroad? I kept sending synths to the surface hoping someone would help them. I hoped the Railroad got to some of them, but I never knew for certain.
Why are you helping synths?
At first, I just wanted to see if I could get away with it. It was a challenge, you know? But then I realized the synths are really just like us, except without any freedom. I decided to help the ones that wanted to escape, so they can have a better life.
How did you help synths escape?
Through hacking. The departments focus their best talents on hard science. Why waste time on terminal security, right? The SRB is the exception, and unfortunately, they control which synths go to the surface. But a forged work order from, let's say, Bioscience can get a hand-picked synth on surface detail. And it turns out the Railroad was waiting for them. Wow.
You saved a lot of synths.
So much to take in. But wait, with you in the picture, I have this idea. To rescue a lot of synths. At once. But we'll need help. Where's he working now? Right. Let's go to the West Atrium. Probably best to talk about something else right now. You know my father thinks it's a living hell on the surface. But that can't be right. Heck, you look positively normal to me. No offense. I'm not sure if we could ever make the surface actually a decent place to live. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't at least try to help, you know?
Let's not take out our knife yet.
Good. He's here. C-114. It's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's okay, Z1. He's a friend.
I would be happy to assist you.
Liam.
Good. He's here. C-114. It's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's okay, Z1. He's a friend. He's with the Railroad.
Meeting here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger. You. How do I know we can trust you?
Because the members of the Railroad have dedicated their lives to fight for your freedom.
I thought only Mr. Binet cared. But your friends actually fight for us?
That's what the railroad does, C1. He's from the surface.
I've never met another human willing to help. But, sir, we must make this quick.
Right now. How many synths want to escape, C1?
The ones I know for certain? 13.
That'll take forever. Let's free those 13 all in one go.
I would do anything for my people. But how do we get them to the teleporter? It's no good. The old maintenance tunnels that lead there are always sealed. By the SRB.
If I can find a way to open those doors, could you get your synths to the teleporter room?
Yes. We'll talk later. Someplace more secure.
Just a few high-security doors, right? Controlled by cutting-edge SRB security tech. Yeah. A head-on hack is the sucker play. So we go at them sideways. You're willing to help, right? I can't do this alone.
What do you need help with?
Our core security architecture hasn't fundamentally changed from the old CIT days. The original security program was called Code Defender. Revolutionary stuff. We still have terminals running version 1, mothballed in storage. With some persuasion, I can get an old terminal to interface with the new security terminals. Enough to open doors, at least. Problem is, I can't even crack version 1. So I need a good old-fashioned username and a password. And that's nowhere to be found in the Institute. But if you could get me a pre-war admin password from the surface, I could log right in.
You did not change an admin password from pre-war?
Your plan makes me nervous.
Z1 and I have been working on elements of this for years. The doors are the only thing stopping us. But finding the password is going to be tricky. The obvious place won't work. The CIT ruins were picked clean years ago. But some of the admins had to live off campus. Ask your friends in the railroad. I need those login credentials.
Do you require anything?
It's interesting how...
Remember to conserve power at every opportunity.
This was the first place where, yeah. So it's interesting how the...
Nothing to report, sir.
Like the synth liberation movement basically started from the guy who just did it for a day, you know? Hey, can I make a synth escape? Yes, I can. Cool. What comes next? You've been freed. Do you know how hard it is to lead? A balcony is cool. Okay, I think for the most part I have cleaned out this location. I've been to, like, let's say at least 90% of it. I don't think I've been to those two places, to be honest, because I got distracted by the... Hello there? Now, what do we do now? We can check out the
You're here.
centerpiece.
Glad you made it.
I wish you could have known Father as we have.
I hear we're about to get a new food supplement.
Please don't get any germs on me.
Oh, that guy is not very happy to see me, is he? Okay, let's see. So we need to go to synth
Everyone's
retention,
excited about the new synth project.
advanced systems, bioscience, but not robotics. Why? Because we already met a leader of robotics, right? Then seems a suiting place to start.
It was probably just a glitch in the nervous system. The fine motor control software could use an update.
If it were just a limb twitching, perhaps. But her eyes were moving as well. Involuntary twitching and rapid eye movements while sleeping can only mean one thing, Max.
Dr. Watson can be a little obsessive when it comes to rules and policies.
Launch into one of your impassioned speeches about artificial sentience and machines with souls. Don't bother. I've heard enough of them by now. Perhaps I can write them down from memory.
But we can't just ignore the question. If a synth can dream, why can't it have a soul? And if a synth has a soul, then it is a living person by every standard we can measure. Of course it is far more comfortable to think of them as machines, so we can do what we want with them.
If you disapprove of the work we do here, Dr. Binet, you know where to find the teleporter.
Well, just a moment. I never said that. I'm simply trying to open everyone's eyes to new possibilities.
Well, it's an unwanted distraction. We're men of science, not philosophers. You do well to remember that.
Welcome. Please proceed directly to
The
processing.
synths aren't just Father's legacy. They're his gift to humanity.
Excuse me, Doctor.
You've arrived at a momentous time. Our third-generation synths are a true breakthrough. The culmination of centuries of research. It's no exaggeration to say that they're superior in almost every way to human beings.
What makes them superior?
The list of improvements is exhaustive. I can talk for an hour and still not cover all of it. Imagine what you could accomplish if you could live without fear of hunger or disease. Imagine what you could create if you could spend every waking moment of your life as you saw fit, with no need of sleep. Like I said, a momentous time.
Today is full of
Dr. Loken.
With our third generation,
You're not speaking a lot, do you?
we've improved upon humanity. All our divisions are important, but I tend to think of
Hi, Doc.
robotics as the
it's
first
you.
among equals.
You're finally with us. I'd just like to apologize for any trouble our synths may have caused for you on your way here. They, of course, couldn't be told of your identity, and they have very specific protocols for protecting themselves and Institute interests, most of which I designed myself. Not to make problems for you, though. Will you be staying with us, then?
I'm thinking it over.
Well, I hope you do decide to stay. It would mean a great deal to Shaun. If you require anything, especially as it pertains to synths, please let me know.
You're Alan Binet, right? So the same dude I just met. You're the Patriot. Okay, let's see. Production schedule. G3 specialized labor, excavation and construction. Scheduled units 3. G3 standard operations and maintenance, 2 units scheduled. G2 security salvage operations, 4 units scheduled. G3 standard 1. Planned system upgrades, current project. Approved and progressed. See implementation status below for details. Description and implementation of new synthetic optic nerve tissue. Goals 10 to 12% increase in visual acuity. Units schedule 19, units upgraded 12. Notes, next scheduled units. Other units scheduled and ready to fill in for the duration of the upgrade. Okay. Upgrade completed on units. Next schedule units. Okay. Upcoming projects. Approved, awaiting implementation. Description: motor reflex response time improvements. Goals 7% increase in motor reflex reaction time. Another project is approved. Targeting software package upgrade. 5 to 8% increase in ranged weapon accuracy. Another project is awaiting approval. Complete transfusion to replace type synthetic blood with type something. Goals: more rapid clotting, improved infection resistance. cool. Also, we can see how they actually make scenes here, right? So this thing will dip him, and then he'll be
We're quite fortunate to have
alive. And this thing puts fiber tissues, right?
Welcome. Please proceed directly to processing.
I can't imagine living on the surface. It sounds like a nightmare.
Okay, that's kinda cool.
Hey there.
The automated process for synth creation should not be interrupted.
I mean, okay, if you say so.
Synths aren't just Father's legacy. They're his gift to humanity.
And this was the robotics division, right? There is not much else to it. Okie dokie. So, one of the next ones shall be... Where do we wanna go?
Father's a great man.
Synth
You must
retention?
be very proud.
Let's start with synth retention, indeed.
Operating at full capacity.
Scanning. Subject identified.
Now, before I actually enter, let's wrap the episode and continue with the exploration of the Institute in the following nub. I'd like to say thank you for staying with me. I hope you enjoy my company and my gameplay. If that is the case, then by all means leave me a like and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, let me know down in the comments what I can improve for you. I hope to see you next time. Have a nice day out there, and bye.